So here's a real head-scratcher for you. You've got a company, and its revenue is just exploding, which sounds great, right? But get this, its losses are growing even faster. That's the puzzle Swiggy is dealing with right now. So what's their big play to turn things around? Well, believe it or not, it has everything to do with what you eat at your desk.
All right, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll dig into that financial puzzle. Then, we'll check out this new office menu they've cooked up. After that, we'll unpack the master plan behind it all, look at some of the roadblocks they might hit, and finally, ask the big question, is this whole thing a main course solution, or is it just a side dish?
Okay, let's start with Swiggy's big financial puzzle. It really is a tale of incredible growth on one side and kind of terrifying losses on the other.
And here's that puzzle in black and white. Just look at these numbers. Swiggy's revenue jumped by a whopping 54%. Fantastic. But their net loss is nearly doubled, climbing 98%. It's like for every step forward in sales, they're taking 2 giant steps back in profitability. You can see why analysts are scratching their heads. So how on earth do you even begin to fix that?
Well, right as everyone was trying to wrap their heads around those figures, Swiggy made a move. They quietly launched a brand new service aimed directly at the 9-to-5 workforce.
And that brings us to their potential answer. The star of our show today, a brand new service they're calling DeskEats.
So what is DeskEats exactly? Well, it's a food delivery service designed from the ground up for office workers. The whole menu is built to be eaten right at your desk. You know, no fuss, no mess, no cutlery needed. They even have these playful categories like stress munchies and teamwork bites, which, let's be honest, is pretty clever.
Now, you might be thinking, hold on, doesn't Swiggy already have Snack for quick bites? And yeah, you're right, but the difference is all in the focus. Snack is kind of for everybody. DeskEats is a specialist. It's built for team orders in an office setting. It's like the difference between a Swiss Army knife and a surgeon's scalpel.
All right, so let's pull back the curtain on the master plan, because this is about so much more than just a few convenient snacks. There is a serious, multi-layered strategy at work here. The first piece of the puzzle is all about something called delivery density. Think about it. Sending a rider to one single house is one cost, but sending that same rider to a huge office building with 10 different orders, that's way more efficient. By targeting these dense corporate hubs, Swiggy can bundle orders, dramatically cut the delivery cost for each one, and crank up their gross order value.
And boosting that GOV is absolutely critical. It's already grown by 45% year over year. DeskEats is basically designed to be rocket fuel for that number.
But this is where it gets really clever. The B2B2C model. Instead of spending a fortune on ads to win over you and me one at a time, Swiggy goes straight to our employers. The company gets to offer a cool perk. Employees get cheaper free food, and just like that, Swiggy gets a whole office building full of loyal customers for a fraction of the usual cost.
And why is that so important? Because their advertising and promotion spending jumped by a staggering 130%. This B2B2C approach is their shot at getting off that expensive marketing hamster wheel.
The ultimate goal here is something you could call the corporate lock-in effect. Once a company integrates Swiggy into its daily perks and routines, it's hard to leave. It becomes sticky. This means lower marketing costs down the line, automatic repeat business, and bigger orders from all those team lunches. It's a really powerful flywheel if they can get it spinning.
So yeah, it sounds like a fantastic strategy, but let's be real, this is the Indian food delivery space we're talking about. The road ahead is anything but smooth. And this quote just nails it. Scaling any kind of food operation in India is incredibly tough. I mean, just look at what happened with Zepto Cafe, which had to pull back on its own ambitions. It's a huge reminder that a great idea doesn't mean much if you can't nail the execution.
And if we zoom in, DeskEats is facing some major headwinds. You've got intense competition, because, rivals are going to copy this. There are constant delivery partner shortages. And then there's just human nature. Don't people actually like taking a real lunch break? Add to that the upfront cost of launching this whole thing and the money they're still burning on Instamart, and well, it's a tough path.
So, how do you get around that lunch break problem? It all comes down to smart marketing.
The key is to position DeskEats not as a replacement for your lunch break, but as a convenient complement to it. It's for those crazy days when you just can't step away from your desk.
Okay, so let's put it all together. When you weigh the brilliant strategy against all those very real challenges, what's the final verdict on DeskEats?
At the end of the day, that side dish analogy is just perfect. DeskEats is a really smart strategic move. It's going to help. It can definitely improve margins and cut down on marketing costs. But it's not a silver bullet. It's an important ingredient for sure, but it's not the main course that's going to solve Swiggy's entire profit problem by itself.
Which leaves us with the billion-dollar question. Is this pivot to office lunches going to be the move that finally cracks the code on food tech economics? Or is it just another interesting experiment that will leave Swiggy, well, still hungry for profits? Only time will tell.